Hi, it's WRTV's Ray Steele. I hope you like this video. In fact, I hope you will click that like button down there and click the subscribe button too so you don't miss the new stuff. Or you can click the subscribe button at the end of this video. Really appreciate it.
Get off in summer, get off in summer. Summertime is here.
It's the same festival, but it's just the block party this time. It used to be called something else, but I guess simpler is better for Dominic Dorsey and the creators of the block party. It's at Flanner House this Saturday. Dominic is back with us. It's always good to see you, man. How are you?
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm excited. You know, Ray and Saturday, it goes together like peanut butter and jelly. We're ready and rolling. The 6th annual Black-owned business block party, as you mentioned now, the block party, because, you know, there's block parties and then there's the block party. So, you know, people are familiar with Melanin in May or Blacktoberfest or the bazaar that we host. This is kind of the originator of all of that. You know, there's always a emphasis on highlighting and promoting and supporting Black-owned businesses, and this is just taking that and turning it up to 11. So now we have partnerships with some amazing local businesses as well as some larger corporations that have allowed us to expand into a kids zone. We're giving away book bags. We have wall-to-wall entertainment, not only a main stage, but DJs in our food truck, food court, as well as over at Cleo's Bodega. And literally every square inch of the Flanner House farm, we are packed with entertainment, with vendors, with, you know, opportunities, with resources, free health checks. It's going to be an amazing day, and it just keeps getting bigger. And we're blessed to be able to continue to do it.
Are you and I old enough to where we have to explain turning it up to 11 now?
Well, you know what? My gray hair tells on me, so I don't think I can answer that question honestly on screen. But you know, it's really just, you know, every opportunity, and we talked about this a little bit offline. Every year it becomes such a great turnout from the community. We always have such great support, and the end question is, okay, who did we help? How did it go? And what could we do better next time? So I'm always looking, it's like, okay, what can we add? What more can we do? So in the past, we haven't had headliners, but now, you know, with the success of the other festivals, we have headliners. So a couple of my favorite bands, Beyond It is going to be one of our headliners. Native Son is going to be one of our headliners. We have some old, some new introduced entertainment acts in terms of Shay Sparks, which people may be familiar with, as well as Ellie Lou, who people may not be familiar with, but all amazing musical performers, as well as DJs, as well as some live health demos. There's just so much going on, and over 19 different food vendors. So if you want to come out when we start at 11 and then not leave until 5, you still probably won't get a chance to taste everything. But you can hurt yourself pretty bad trying. And that's what I intend on doing this upcoming Saturday.
We're supposed to be taking care of ourselves in our age, man, but it's hard to do that around these food trucks, I know.
Well, you know, you can't take it with you, but I can take this spare tire with me everywhere. So, you know, I'm going to embrace it while it's here.
This, whether it's the block party, all the other festivals that you've helped put together, as you said, this is the 6th year for the block party, but the number of businesses that have begun to thrive in that time. And you and I have talked about all these businesses that came along during the pandemic, and some of them were born out of the pandemic. But even going back before that, these businesses that might have started around the time of the first block party years ago, and now they're just going full steam ahead and they keep coming back. That's a great story that you can tell with the block party and your other festivals.
Absolutely. And it's the reason why we keep doing it, you know, to see the growth. And I mentioned this to a couple of vendors. We've had some webinars leading up to this event, but just to see where they started, where they may have just, you know, went to Walmart and picked up a folding table and they got out there with a couple of chairs. They're just kind of looking around and, you know, like, I've got this product. I think it's great. I wish people would buy it. And then 6 years later, you know, they've got their LLC and they've got their trademark and they've got, you know, amazing branding, pop-up tent, you know, all of the bells, buttons, and whistles. And it's just like, wow, to see the growth, to see the networking, to see the opportunities and the extensions, and, you know, businesses like Sip and Share Wines, who you've had on the program before, to see their growth. You know, so many of these businesses have just continued to thrive and continue to make connections with the community and develop not just a brand, but a following, because people have been able to come and patronize them for one day, get their website information, get their Instagram or any of their social media, follow them, continue to purchase from them, and then they just explode out of nowhere. And we know that these are great products, but they don't have an opportunity to be featured or highlighted in some of these big box stores. They're literally doing it out of their trunks or out of their homes until they have an opportunity at one of these vendor fairs to show what they can do and show how great their products are. So to see them thrive, to see their their businesses just expand and to become so popular amongst the Indianapolis community, it's definitely a point of pride for us. And it's why we continue to increase the number of vendors that we have. So we went, I think the first block party we had maybe 50 vendors. Now we have tripled that. So now we have 150 vendors doing everything from art and photography all the way to youth services and every letter in between. It's going to be a great day. So if you come out there and you can't find what you're looking for in whatever particular category, you just aren't looking hard enough.
It's always cool that you have great stuff for young people too, so the whole family can come out. I know it's back to school time. You're focused on that. You're focused on keeping the kids entertained. This isn't just about the grown-ups.
Absolutely not. So, one of the complaints they always have, you'll see kids and they'll run up and they'll tug on their parents' clothes and they say, what can I do? I'm bored. But we definitely want to make sure that we have something out there for the kids. So a big, huge inflatable obstacle course, a big, huge bounce house, inflatable clubhouse. We have a video game truck with every considerable modern console that's going to be on the truck. Plus, we're raffling off a PlayStation 5, in addition to backpacks with school supplies being given away, thanks to the brothers at Southern Cross Lodge. They're going to be handing those out during the event as well. So obviously, many things for kids to do and to be occupied with. But most importantly, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into them and making sure that they're ready and prepared to start the academic year off on the right foot.
And you can talk more about this than I can, but it just seems that I've noticed as you hold more of these festivals, not just the number of vendors, the number of people involved get bigger, but your sponsors. I mean, you've got some major sponsors now. For example, you see the Eskenazi logo there behind you. You're really focused on protecting the health and enhancing the health of the community. And now you've got big names involved in this. It's built up that much, and these festivals like the Block Party are that important to the community now.
Absolutely. And I think that it's an opportunity for us to build those bridges. I think that health is something that's obviously extremely important. So not only do we have the Health and Wellness Avenue that's sponsored by Eskenazi, but we also have Brothers United, who's going to be coming out and doing HIV and AIDS screenings and testings, as well as other STIs and sexually transmitted diseases and infections. We have one of the first Black-owned children's healthcare clinics is going to be out there. We have people who are going to be doing voter registration. We've always tried to have all of these other aspects, the holistic approach to supporting the African American community in Indianapolis. It's important, and I think that some of these bigger businesses, like First National Bank, all of these businesses, like obviously Flanner House, we've got our other businesses who are supporting us, like Indy Inner City Chess Club, who's always been a great supporter, by Broccoli. All of these other vendors and sponsors, they've just been really great about making sure that they are putting their money where their mouth is, for lack of better terminology. They really want to make sure that they're not only putting their name on it, but it's not just the name, but they're putting money behind it so that we can continue to add levels of support, that we can add levels of resources, that we can add things that are going to benefit not just the African American community, but anybody who's in the area who wants to come by and partake. It's been an amazing outpouring, and it's really it's validating to what we're doing, obviously. And we're just so appreciative of all the support.
11 to 5 this Saturday at Flanner House. Now, it's going to be big. There's going to be a lot going on. Where's the best place for folks to park when they come out on Saturday?
Yeah, get in where you fit in, as they say. There's going to be parking all up and down MLK. So obviously there will be parking across the street at CLD, at the Center for Leadership Development. We've also got parking across the street from Cleo's. There's parking up and down the street. Look for people who are walking, obviously. But IPS School of George Washington Carver, they've also offered their parking lot for parking. If you go to our website, it's listed up on my over my shoulder, theblockparty.com. It's THA. blockparty.com. You can go and get information on all of our sponsors, all of our vendors, all of our performers, as well as the layout of the actual event and where to go for parking. So all of your answers and all of your questions can be found on that site. So I encourage you to stop by, plan out your day, figure out what you're going to wear, figure out what you're going to bring your chairs, bring your kids, bring your wallet, and spend some money with these Black-owned businesses. And we look forward to seeing you this Saturday.
TheBlockParty.com is where you go, and Flanner House is where you go on Saturday, 11 to 5, for The Block Party. Dominic Dorsey, it's good to see you again. Good luck Saturday.
Thank you.